Good morning, happy Monday, all. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing okay. I'm on my way to work. Well, I gotta let the truck warm up. But let's see, today is Monday, Tuesday. So today would be my Thursday because I get a short week. Because I'm actually gonna take some time off for a few days, so maybe a week. Of course, it's gonna be unpaid time off, but at least I'm getting some time off just to break the routine I've been going on for pretty much almost exactly a year now without taking any time off besides my 2 days a week, and maybe every once in a while calling a day extra day off here and there for sick time. So there we go. But yeah, I'm feeling okay. Still a little groggy, even though I got plenty of sleep. The terrorist did a few explosions last night, but I think they stopped before midnight, so that was a good thing. They might be running out of money or something, I don't know. Or it's just, they're saving up for next weekend. But, enough about that. I think I ranted enough about the terrorists and their stupid bombs. But we got a lot of other things going on besides that. Trump, old Trump there, man, he is something else. I tell you, he is something else, man. He's given us what we voted for, man. He really, and then some. The dude, hey, you even if you're a Trump hater, you gotta admit he's doing what he said he was gonna do, what we voted for. And he didn't lie when he was saying he's gonna do. But the only thing I do have a problem, I don't know if the whole immigration thing, deporting and all that is the news will portray it as like, he's deporting and detaining a bunch of, innocent people, but they're not even mentioning like the bad people that he is actually getting out of here. They always seem to forget to mention that, I noticed. They only focus on, we don't even know if it's real, like people that shouldn't be detained and arrested or deported or whatever. They always focus on that, or they make shit up about it. They always side with, against whatever Trump is doing, it seems like. They always try to make everything he does seem bad. They never focus on the good things that he's actually doing. Like I said in my other video, the deportation deal, illegal immigrant thing, it's going to be messy, man. Whoever's in charge, it's going to be messy. I mean, it was messy when Obozo was doing it, but they didn't focus on him like they do Trump, okay? I think the worst that they did with Obama was, where he was holding them in them cages. That's all I remember about it, really. But they didn't, focus on the tactics in which Obama detained people. They didn't focus on the accidental detainees that Obama probably did also. They didn't focus on that stuff with him, but they sure do with Trump. That's all they do with Trump, is focus on maybe the mistakes that are made. Hey, Trump's not the one out there actually detaining the people, okay? The people that are working for him, they're going to make mistakes, but, you think Trump wants them to make mistakes? No, he doesn't want them to make mistakes. And, even the people that work for Trump that are with ICE, you never know. They might be like, rhinos or whatever you want to call them, working for Trump, but they actually want to try to make Trump look bad. You never know. They could be traitors. And they do, things on purpose to make Trump look bad. We don't know. But the bottom line is, there's going to be mistakes in everything, okay? Everything. you got to take some of that with it, you know. So it's not going to be perfect, but it's happening, you know. Me personally, don't think that they should be going for low-hanging fruit. I just don't think that's right. You know, I mean, honestly, I think we need to keep a lot of the people that are just here working and trying to survive. I think we need to keep them and bite the bullet and make them citizens, or at least give them, you know, the work permits that they need to stay, okay? And just focus. Sorry. Inhaling my own shit. Inhaling my own spew. So anyway, you enjoying this video? So anyways, you know, I think they should just really only be focusing on criminals and the leeches that are just here sponging. But at the same time, you know, a lot of the people that are here sponging on our system, they could be the workers out there too. Because a lot of time they'll work under the table and they'll also receive the benefits, okay? So, you know, that's that gray area where ICE is just not gonna know. And they just gotta do what they gotta do. And unfortunately, there's no other way to do it than to racially profile people and try to find out who they are. How other way are you going to do it, right? But of course, there's going to be not very good ICE agents too that will make mistakes or intentionally botch things up. Who knows? It's not going to be a perfect thing because, I mean, it's not like they get a lot of practice, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they get to hone their skills all the time and get it down to a science, you know. Who knows? Most of them, it might be their first experience doing ICE raids. We don't know. So, you know, there's going to be always issues, but I just wish the mainstream media wouldn't focus on those mistakes so much and actually back up our president and ICE, what's going on, and focus on them doing their job, what the American people put them in there to do. But, you know, the only thing I have a problem with is just, you know, I wish there was a way to weed out the bad people from the good people, because I hate to see, I know that they broke the law, they came in illegally, but there's some good, there's got to admit, there's good people and they work hard. But, you know, at the same time, good people make bad choices. And, you know, that's the one thing about Trump. And with ICE, you know, we don't get off the hook when we break the law, us citizens, right? We don't. We run a red light, we get a ticket. We drive drunk, get caught, we go to jail. Okay? We get separated from our house, our job. You got kids, you got pets, it don't matter. They don't care. So it's kind of the same thing with the ICE raids. Hey man, if you broke the law, you're here illegally, you got caught, you got to pay the price, man. You got to go back. It is what it is. That's what makes a country with law and order. Okay? But it just went on so long because we had, you know, leadership that just didn't do their job, and they got used to it. And it got to so used to it, it became like normal. And now that we got a president in there that's actually doing his job, they don't know how to deal with it. And you can't expect them to learn how. You can't expect them to know how to deal with it, because it's something that doesn't go on very often, man. This is all pretty new. Except for when Obama was in there, he was doing it. But like I said, since he was a Democrat, they didn't go up in arms about it, you know? The media and all the cronies. So, you know, I feel bad that those people made the wrong choice and came in here legally and went for the bait, the Joe Biden bait. I feel bad for them. But you know what? It is what it is. We all get in trouble when we break the law most of the time. And they got caught. They're going to get caught. So, sorry they got used to it. Got used to breaking the law. But that's not, hey, that's just because the previous leaders just weren't doing their job. You know, they didn't do it. They didn't do their job. So anyways, next subject, Iran. Another thing Trump ain't messing around with, man. You know, Obama, the difference between Obama and Trump is Obama delivered Iran bribes in the form of pallets of American USD cash, okay? If you don't remember that, that's what he did. I don't know the number, but it was a lot of money he delivered in cash to Iran to bribe them for, I don't even know the exact reason, but that's what Obama did. That's how Obama dealt with Iran. He gave them our money, okay? But you know what? Iran's been messing around, poking the bear for a long time now, killing our citizens and destroying our property. They've done it, and they would continue to do it because they're a shitty country with you know, dictator leadership that are evil. And you know what? Trump's not messing with them. You know, he strategically took out the whole problem with Iran, okay? There's that type of regime, Iran has no business having a freaking nuke, okay? Period. They don't have any, they're too hostile, okay? Their intentions are very bad, okay? And you know, Trump, he has the power to do what that strike was. Congress, they're all saying he didn't go through Congress first. He don't have to. Not when, you know, something like Iran is getting ready to have a nuke. No, he can't sit around and wait for Congress. He has the power to do what he did. He has presidential power, period, when it comes to that, okay? Because Iran is a threat, period. End of story. So Trump did what he had to do. It's something that should have been done a long time ago, but our previous leaders didn't have balls, okay? They didn't have balls. Instead, they sucked up to him, gave him our money, and sucked the freaking Iraq D, you know? That's all they did. So, you know, I'm proud of Trump. I'm proud of what he's doing. I don't agree with all of the procedures, except for I do agree with the Iran procedure. I think that went down very well. No boots on the ground. None of our soldiers got killed. I don't even know if anybody in Iraq got killed. I don't know. But it was a strategic strike. Mission accomplished. It knocked out their nuclear lab that they had. And, you know, there's going to be some retaliation, I'm sure. I don't think it'll be from overseas. I think that'll be from here on our own. It'll be like a terrorist deal because idiot Joe Biden let them all in. So I'm sure we got incels here already. So we'll have to see what happens, and hopefully, you know, when it does happen, which I do think it's going to happen any day. I would be surprised if it didn't happen, actually. Some retaliation by terrorists. But I really don't see anything coming from overseas to here. That'd be a big mistake on their part. We'll see some probably stuff that's already here, okay? Because our borders were wide open for years. Anybody could have came in. Anybody did come in. So I'm sure there's bad people here from Iran just waiting for the sign, the signal. So we should all be on kind of alert. Just saying. I don't think it's over yet, but I think what is going down in Iran is a really crazy thing. I think they're going to be liberated, actually. Imagine that. Imagine that. Iran liberated. They got rid of that regime. That corrupt regime, man. That's crazy. We're living in crazy times. But, Trump is just, I don't care what anybody says, man. I don't care. He's freaking kicking ass, man. He's kicking ass and taking numbers. He really is, man. It's great. It's really entertaining, I gotta say, to say the least, man. It's freaking super entertaining. It really is. It's like, wow, we're actually in a real live. It's like we're part of this movie that's going on in real life, man. Like when we get older, I'm already older, but when I get older, I'll look back on these times and be like, wow, I can't believe we actually lived through that time. That's if we do live. We don't know. We're not there yet. I'm just saying, like, right? It's like we're in this movie right now. That's real life, and Trump, all of us, we're like the witnesses of this, all this stuff going down. I mean, this is a historic time that we're living in right now, and we're here witnessing it live, right now. So I recognize that, and it's pretty amazing the times, what's going on right now in our lives, our lifetime. I'm slobbering on myself. So I'm almost to work. I just, I'm proud of Trump. I'm proud of what he's doing. He's not perfect, but he's doing a damn good job. And I think the American people did the right thing for America and possibly the world, really. There's going to be some bad actors out there, of course. There always is. There's always going to be China with their bullshit and Russia. But you know what? Overall, I think Trump's presidency is really going to benefit the world, and especially America. Might not be directly, but I think overall, I think he's making a lot of changes, and they're for the better, I do believe. I don't think his work is going to be to make things worse. No, because that's not his agenda. Like other presidents with their agendas didn't benefit anybody but themselves and a small group of people. Okay? So I still back Trump 100%. I think he's doing a good job. I think he's doing above and beyond great job, really. And, we'll see what happens after. I don't know what's going to happen with Iran now, but, mission accomplished. Now we'll see what happens, with Israel, Iran, and all these incels, I believe, that are here. So hopefully they don't jack us up too much, because, they don't fight fair. I mean, you can't say Trump didn't give them enough warning and chance to work with us. They just don't want to take it. So you know what? Trump had to do what he had to do. And he did. The military did a spot on, perfecto job. So pretty happy about that. Now we'll just see what happens. And pretty crazy times we're living in. But I'm almost to work here. I'm going to go ahead and get this day handled. I got to start preparing for my trip. And hopefully everything goes good. And I'll keep you all posted. And we'll catch y'all later. All right? See ya.